Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Monday. It's Daryl here. It is not so bright and early anymore. It's 7 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. You can see I was just about ready to go down to the exercise room and continue my exercising regimen for the day. But as it gets closer to Thanksgiving, there's something on my mind. I don't know what I'm going to title this video. Probably something about an empty chair at the Thanksgiving Day table or at the holidays, an empty chair. One of the reasons I'm making this video too is I belong to maybe about a half dozen or more groups on Facebook and a few other places. COVID widowers, people that have lost people. About half the groups are for people that have lost a significant other or people that have lost a significant other to COVID. And I'm kind of doing this video not just for them, but with them in mind. I got to say this: I lost Audrey. I'll go through it really quickly. She was my first girlfriend back when I was in third, fourth, fifth grade. We were boyfriend and girlfriend, and we went our separate ways. And in our 50s, we kind of hooked back up. She was divorced, and she was clean and sober, and I was clean and sober, and we lived in the same town, and we got back together. And I felt like she was my soulmate. And we had our ups and downs. We moved in together, and just around the summer of 2021, she decided to move to Florida. And I was thinking about, once she got settled in, moving down there with her. And once she got down there, or as soon as she got down there, she contracted the Delta variant of COVID and was immediately put into intensive care, intubated. And she went through a horrible month or so and passed away just like that. She was a healthy, vibrant, successful, intelligent woman, 55 years old. She passed away on August 5th, 2021. And we were very different politically. She and her entire family were Trump supporters, Republicans. And this is going to come into play in a minute. There's a reason I'm saying this. And I was the opposite. I am a liberal. I love Obama. I love Nancy Pelosi. I'm a tree-hugging, electric car, windmill-loving, hardcore liberal. And we had our ups and downs. We had a lot of debates. And okay, so she passed away. And I've lost a lot of people throughout my 57 years. My father, my grandfathers, my grandmothers. I lost friends right out of high school. My best friends, two of my best friends, within months of graduating. So I've lost a lot of people, but this is hard. This is one of the hardest things I've ever gone through. I think of her. It's been over 2 years, and I still literally think of her every day. When I go shopping, when I go any places I go, hearing songs on the radio, TV shows, the smell of the air in summer. So many things just remind me of her. I haven't started dating again. It's been over 2 years. And that's because of my age. At my age, I'm pretty comfortable being single. And I don't know if I don't know if I'd feel different if I was dating. Okay, so this is the point. With holidays coming up, it's really kind of it's hard. It's hard. And here's the thing: it doesn't get any easier. It doesn't. When you lose a person like this, it leaves a permanent hole in your life. And you're always under the impression that it'll get easier. As time goes by, time heals all wounds. And that's a nice thing to want to believe, but I don't find that to be true. If I'm going to be honest, I think it's getting harder. It's become so much more solid and real, and every year I just remember more things that I miss about her and more things that I feel bad about, things that I went unsaid, things I wish I could apologize for. I could have been a better boyfriend, more regrets, more guilt, and I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. The thing I want to talk about is every year at this time, like with Black Friday coming up, that was a big day for me and her. We have pizza. We'd go out like the night before Thanksgiving. We'd have pizza. Then we'd go to my family's house at noon. We eat a full Thanksgiving Day meal, and then we go to her parents' house in the afternoon and eat a second Thanksgiving Day meal. And this was hard for me, especially because I've told you guys I have social anxiety disorder. And so many dealing, even though they're my family and her family, and I love them, and I'm comfortable around them, but it's just being around so many people. And Christmas was even harder for me because we'd go to her family's. They'd have a huge Lithuanian celebration on Christmas Eve, all night. We'd go to that. We'd go home and go to sleep, and then we'd immediately go to my family Christmas morning. And we'd be there for about 4 hours. And right after that, we'd drive directly to her family's house for the rest of Christmas Day into Christmas night for a huge Lithuanian family. So it was hard for me to be around so many people. It was draining for me. And I almost feel guilty saying that. I love these people. But having this, social anxiety disorder, I need time to myself to kind of re-energize. And it almost feels like there's something wrong with me when I say that. I still feel guilty about being that way. But I think sometimes our family got the impression that I didn't want to be around them. I've seen pictures of Christmas, like at her family's house with all of us standing together. And, there's like 30 people, her family. And I'm all the way in the back because I'm so tall. And I just have this terrible look, this puss on my face. And I regret that. I regret, how they must have thought that I didn't like them or I didn't want to be there. But it was hard for me. Okay, so here's the thing. I was just thinking about Christmas movies this morning. Me and her used to love to watch the Christmas movies from when we were kids. Santa Claus Comes to Town, Rudolph. We loved the Express. What was it called? The Christmas Express. What was that? The animated with the train. I can't remember it, but we loved to watch that. And I left all these movies at her place, and I don't know where they went. And I started, I assume her family must have them now, or they gave them away or something. And I started thinking about that, and it's like I really don't want the movies back. I can't watch the movies anymore. These movies used to bring me so much joy from my childhood, just remind me so much of her, and it just wouldn't seem right watching them. Okay, so here's the thing. I think about her family a lot. When she was sick and right after she passed, I was in constant communication with her sister. What would have been my sister-in-law. We got along good and everything. And I always believed her family loved me. They knew I had this YouTube channel, and they knew I was constantly Trump bashing on here. And conversely, I would go to their house, and they would all get together and start bashing Obama or Biden or Hillary or whatever, But I thought there wasn't any animosity between us. Okay, so now though, I don't talk to I'm probably guilty too because I don't reach out to them. I don't know if I'm supposed to. I miss them. I do. You don't realize what you have until it's gone. And it was so hard for me. I found it a pain in the butt going to all those family gatherings. I used to complain about it and everything, but now I miss them. And I don't. I look at those pictures and I miss them. And here's the big thing now. Part of me almost feels not angry, but I wonder, they don't communicate. I think I would have been to ask to go to Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know if I'd accept. I don't know if it would be a good thing to do. Part of me wants to. Part of me at least wants to be invited back, to spend one night or one holiday or a little bit of holiday, just a brief visit with their family again, But I don't contact them, and they don't contact me. We haven't been in communication in 2 years. And I wonder what Audrey would have wanted. I think, of course, she probably would have wanted us all to get together and be happy and smile, and remember her. I think that's what she would have wanted, But part of me, I wonder if any of you watching this, I'm sure a lot of people watching this have lost family too. And are you in the same situation? I wonder this, if I had started dating again, if I had a girlfriend or even a wife now, would I feel the same? I'm sure I would still miss her family, but would I feel so, because now I just feel like I've been pushed aside. I wish I would be invited, but then I don't know what would happen. I don't know if I say I went to Thanksgiving dinner or just went over some evening with the whole family there. I don't know if it would cause a lot of pain. Part of me wants to see them again because I miss her so much, and I miss them. But I don't know if there might, if it's a good idea. I don't know how the evening or I don't know how the visit would go. Just if the memories of her, them seeing me and missing her, and me seeing them and missing her. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. Or if it's just time to move on. And then, like I said, there was this whole issue with political differences too, and I don't know how they think about me now. I don't know if they were just glad to be rid of me. Part of me thinks that. It's hard. It's hard every year. It's hard, and it doesn't get any easier. It gets harder every year. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you're in a similar situation, if you have a missing chair at the holiday table, and how you feel about that. All right, you guys have a good Monday.